everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenger. Welcome back to my channel and another product review. Today I am reviewing another robot vacuum cleaner. You've probably seen my other two review. This one is a Tesvor. It was sent to me by the company and it came right on time because my other one finally died after 3.5, almost 4 years of having it. It's still charging. Why do you need one? Because I've already had some questions about whether or not they are worthy and worthy of the purchase price. Yes, they are, in my opinion, in particular if you have hardwood floors like I do, though they do carpeting too. They are fantastic. You can set them up with your app. So they are all Wi-Fi compatible now, so you basically set them up on your phone or your other devices if you have an iPad or anything like that, a tablet. They come with a remote control if you don't have Wi-Fi, so you don't have to worry about that. And basically what they do, and they all function the same. All right, some models also do mopping. I had one of those in the past. That's the last one that died. I have to be honest, I never used the mopping function. I only use it for vacuum. What do? They basically have features that are similar across the board. All right, so the first thing you're gonna see is a flat, round, saucer-like device. And they will have a tank for the purpose of collecting all the dust, in my case, dog hair, around the perimeter that it's cleaning. Some of them will have the tank or the container underneath the top part, the top plate, so you would have to open it and take it out. This one, here's one of the features that I really like about this, is that the tank is actually super easy to remove and it is bigger as a result of being part of the machine itself on this side, rather than being a canister on the inside. So that's one feature and it's super easy to remove, and then you just open it through here to remove and change the filter. So that's the number one thing. They come with a container or a receptacle to collect all of your dust and your dust bunnies and your dog hair. It may not be the appropriate size, so when you are looking for one of those, what you want to make sure is that you have a container that's fairly large. This one is pretty good. The other features that they all have is the bumpers. Okay, so these are basic spring-loaded little bumpers, and what they do basically is that if the vacuum goes someplace and hits the corner of a table, it will immediately turn around and either go around or go in another direction. So they will not be damaging furniture. These bumpers are, again, spring-loaded. They're very light to the touch, so it's not like it has to bump super hard to get to move. It's a light touch, so you're not gonna get scratches on your furniture. But the best feature about those, and in particular the Wi-Fi ones, and I think they're all Wi-Fi now, is that it will map out your living room. So there's different ways of using those. You can let it do random and then it will come back to its space to recharge, or when it's full with regards to the canister. But it knows where it went. So it's not gonna go 3-4 times around the same spot and leave you with an empty spot. What they usually do on the first try, when you turn it on for the first time, is that they go around the perimeter of whatever room you want to have clean, and they will basically map out the perimeter, and once that's mapped out, they go in a zigzag for the whole thing. And again, if they bump into something, they'll go around it. Great for dining room table chairs, or if you have furniture, any kind of possible stuff. Another feature is that they have a wheel right here that is also the directional wheel that will allow it to go in multiple directions, but that particular wheel is, I believe, also spring-loaded. And what happens is that if the vacuum cleaner goes onto an empty surface, let's say that you have a staircase, for instance, right? And it goes right there and it feels the empty, or there's a gap, it will stop. So your vacuum will not go and tumble into your stairs. It will know to turn back around. They are super practical. You can run them anytime you want. With the app, you can run them from work, you can run them from vacation, and you can have them on a schedule where they run every night at 11 p.m. for instance. 2 hours, your whole floor is clean by the time you get up in the morning. I love them. This is my third one. The first one is upstairs. We use it upstairs. And the reason why we're using it upstairs is because there's less dog hair upstairs. My dogs are only on the first floor. And the first one that I got and reviewed did not have this right here. This is a brush. That's for carpeting, and that is to really pick up stuff. This one has the brush. They all have those, I call them the street sweepers. They all have those little brushes here that are going to rotate and get everything from the edges of your wall and the corners. So why do I like this one better than the one I had before? Number one, the canisters on the outside, it's super easy to remove and it's larger. And number two, it's a low profile. The other one had a Wi-Fi tower on top of it, and it stopped the vacuum from being able to go underneath certain furniture that I have. For instance, near the dining room table, the coffee table, it just would not go underneath it. So you can tell from the emptiness of the canister here that I have not used it yet. I'm going to demo it and use it for the very first time with you guys. I'm gonna do as many shots and close-ups of my dust bunnies as I can. There's plenty of them. I see them all over the place. And we'll see how it goes. I love those things, I gotta tell you. It's worth the price and the investment, if you ask me. So without further ado, because I already yapped too long, we're gonna check this thing and see whether or not it's worth the hype and how it does on the dust bunnies and piles of dog hair in my house. Okay, so here we go. This is the robot that I have, and you can have multiple one. You see that I don't have any map yet that is set up for this particular robot because I haven't started it yet. So all you have to do is press start. And here we go.
Not cleaning mode.
Wow, this is one of the rare occasions where we're going to have a negative review. I am not impressed. I am not impressed with this robot at all. And again, this is my third one. The first one was pretty good, but didn't have a brush. The second one was a D-bot, and that one was excellent, and I miss it. This one doesn't even climb the ramp to go into my kitchen. Every single robot that I had did that. This one is struggling. It got stuck. And I don't find that it's really cleaning up as well as the other one. It's quieter, so the fan, I guess, and the suction is not as strong as the other ones. What I'm going to do is go out for lunch, because it's Mother's Day, by the way. We're going to try a new Japanese place, and I'm just watching it go over a big dust bunny and it's not picking it up. So I'll give you my final notes on this robot. When we come back, we're gonna let it run. It's fully charged. It's gonna do the whole living room and dining room, hopefully the kitchen as well. And when we come back, we'll see what we got left. And I have a feeling that we're gonna have a lot of dust bunnies left. This thing is not impressing me so far. So one of the rare times, usually when I have a negative review, I don't even bother posting it. But this one, I want to post it because I want you to know which robot is worth the purchase. This one so far, not impressed. So when I come back from our little lunch, we'll check out the cleanliness of the floor and we'll see what's inside the canister. And then I'll give you my final impression on this Tesvor Robot Vacuum Cleaner. There's also a turbo mode. So I was on regular mode the whole time, and now I'm on turbo mode. So let's see what happens with that one. I take it all back. I take it all back. We came back from the Thai restaurant because, you know, Mother's Day. And let me tell you, you just saw the floor and there's nothing. It's all gone. So definitely put it on turbo. Okay, it's easy. You just gotta look right here. There's like 2 fan setting, and I guess one of the fan setting is at night, so you don't hear it. And light cleaning, turbo is heavy duty cleaning. It got everything. So it does a great job. I'm gonna look at the inside of the canister. We're gonna see how much stuff we got out there. So here's my canister, and you can see that it is full. Seriously full. Let's go open it in the kitchen to see how much stuff it grabbed, and then I'll give you my final opinion. So look at this, okay? It is full. So the canister, you can open it here on the top, and this is to remove the filter, and they do give you an additional filter when you purchase it. And then to open it, it goes like this, and this is all the stuff that it grabbed. A lot of crumbs, all of this stuff, okay? Plus all the dog hair, and this is packed full. So I would say good job. Let me go wash my hands, put that back in, and get it ready for tonight. And once you've emptied this, basically all you do is put it back in here. You want to press the button to engage it, and that's it. It will go back automatically. Let me look at the underside. I don't have a lot of dog hair stuck on the brush. You can clean the brush, by the way, by moving this out and getting the brush. Oh, what is that? Okay, you can get the brush out. There's different setting on the app. You can have a perimeter only, or you can have do one zone only or the entire floor. I mean, you can program it whichever way you want. It's Wi-Fi, but again, you don't have to use the Wi-Fi. You can use it with just a remote. I think it's neat. It's almost as good as the other one, and I'm going to tell you what's missing real quick and what grade I give it. I'm back. It's been a week. I wanted to do a thorough review by using this particular vacuum robot for an entire week so that I could really give you an honest opinion about it. Bottom line, do I like it? Yes. Does it have some issues? Yes. But overall, it's very good and I would recommend it. So let me go through the pros first and then I'll talk about a few of the cons because there are some cons with it. So the pros is that it does a good job. And initially, I wasn't too impressed. It got stuck on a couple of areas, which I'm going to discuss in a second. But initially, it looked like it was just going all over the place, kind of like willy-nilly. Like I'm just like, it's not really following a pattern. In reality, what it does is that it goes through the area like this first to determine what the perimeter is. Then it goes around the edges, and then it really does the, back and forth zigzag pattern. Then it goes around the perimeter again. Altogether, the robot itself will stop if it's 1, full, or 2, out of battery. In my case, it stops because it's full. Obviously, we know why. Okay, so yeah, it will stop because it's full. And it goes back to its charging dock like all of the other robots. So there's nothing special about it. It's very similar to everything that's out there. But it does 4 full passes on my entire first floor before it gets back to the dock, and that is a lot of dirt. I mean, each time the canister is pretty much full and it grabs everything, and you saw the video on that. It grabs dog food that was on the kitchen floor. It grabs crumbs, dirt, dog hair, all sorts of stuff, like little shredded pieces of paper, whatever you could possibly have on the floor, which is great if you have pets and it's great if you have toddlers. So it does a thorough job. Initially, it doesn't look like it, but it actually does. The other thing that I like about it, and it's similar to all of the other robots, is that you can actually program it. So what I have is I scheduled it on the app for 5 a.m. every day. So every day we wake up and it's either still running or it's done its pass. And then when I come back home after work, I basically empty the canister, put it back in, and 5 o'clock that following day, it will start again. So this is really, really cool. But again, this is not something that is unique to this particular machine. They all do that, basically. Another thing I liked, and I talked about it, is the way the basket is. You just click and pull out, go empty it, snap it back inside the machine. You don't have to open the whole thing and try to pull it out. And the tray is actually bigger than some of the other machines that I've tried in the past. So I like that a lot. It does exactly the same thing. It's a slight bump. It doesn't scratch your furniture. It knows when there's a staircase, so it won't go tumble down the stairs. So these are the pros. Okay, very good machine, does a good job, grabbed everything off the floor, did a great job on the edges. Now for the cons, because there are some cons. Okay, one, and that's the major one for me, the app doesn't allow you to create barriers. So, the original machines that they had when they came out on the market, they would have like those little artificial walls that you would place and it would stop the machine from going to one area to the other. The new ones, like the one I had before my D-Bot, that one on the app, you could actually draw a little square and draw it as a forbidden area. So the robot would go through your entire zone and avoid that specific area. And for me, it was the areas where it would always get stuck. So that way I wouldn't wake up in the morning and find that my robot has been stuck there for 5 hours during the night because, it got stuck. This one doesn't allow you to do that. The app is just basic stuff. Okay, so this is a basic, good functioning robot. This is not like a top of the line, all sorts of gimmick and features. It's just the basic stuff. So that's really the only con that I have with it. Now, I am not using it with the app. I'm using it with the remote. It's already programmed and scheduled for 5 a.m. so I don't have to worry about the app anymore. But I like using this because once in a while there is something that you see and you can actually get it like a radio controlled old-fashioned car, and you can get the robot to go and scoop that little pile of dirt or ball of hair that you may have and then send it back to its dock. You didn't even have to get up. One of the things that I love about those machines, and by all means, if you can afford it, and this one is actually really affordable, I'll put the price right here. One of the things that I really like about them is that it allows you to multitask. So if I'm cleaning the kitchen or I'm cleaning the living room or I'm cleaning the dining room, the first floor in general, as I'm starting to clean, even though it already went through the whole floor in the morning, I can just press the start button and I am doing all the things and it basically works alongside of me, like side by side. It's pretty cool. So that's it. I like it. I think it's a good machine. It's affordable. It's not super gimmicky. It doesn't have all sorts of crazy bells and whistles. If you need one or are looking for one and are not sure if that's something that you want to invest in, because they can be very expensive. I mean, some of them are up to $1,000, which I think is pretty crazy. This one is very affordable. If it's your first one, you may want to try with this. And if you really, really like it down the road, get a more, performing one. But really, all you want is a vacuum robot that gets the hair off your floor and cleans and makes your floor look like they are clean. Now I'm just about ready to just mop. I know I don't have any dirt on my floor. It's been thoroughly vacuumed 4 times. It does a good job. I'm happy with it and I recommend it. So there you go. That is my review for the Tesvor robot vacuum. So there's other ones in the line of Tesvor robot vacuum. Some of them also have a mopping feature. I don't think I would use that. I had one before. I just wasn't using it. I just need something that's going to keep my floors clean and pet hair free. Now, to be honest, I did not use it on carpeting, but I'm pretty sure it does a darn good job on it because it has a brush. But on bare wood floors, I think it's pretty good and I recommend it. So that's it. That's my review for the Tesvor vacuum cleaner. I think this one is T8. I'll put the links down below. Again, if I have a coupon for it for my Great Challenge subscribers, I'll put it down below. And that would be it for this review. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye. Hey, it's me. And guess what? Click that thumbs up if you really like this video. Thumbs down twice if you didn't. You can also share my video if you really, really liked it, or save it to watch later. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, but don't forget to click that bell button so you are always notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching.